everyone. In this video, I'm going to be showing you a painting that I made while I was camping. I was camping for the last week. By the time you watch this video, I was camping for 5 or 6 days, and while I was there, I decided that I wanted to do a few on-location paintings. I don't know how to say, is it like plein air or plain air or something like that? I'm not quite sure how to say it, but that's like the technical artist term for it, which is basically where you are painting on location. You're painting backgrounds and stuff while you're there right in front of it in person. And I wanted to do this because backgrounds are one of the things that I want to improve on. And since I was camping, I was going to be exposed to a lot of nature, a lot of forests. Pretty much all the background drawings that I did while I was camping were forests because I was too shy to go to the beach and go other places and paint. So I just did it on the campsite and I didn't actually paint in other places. And I really wanted to, I did a couple of acrylic ones. I didn't film those. I kind of wish I did, but I didn't film those. But I decided to film this watercolor one because, as some of you might know, watercolor is one of the things that I am trying to get better at. So I just picked a certain spot in the forest to draw. I just kind of picked a composition that I liked. And of course, this isn't realism, it's just kind of like my interpretation of it. It's a very simple, stylized kind of version of the trees, also because I'm not that good at it yet. This took a lot of planning because with watercolor, you kind of have to work light to dark. So you can't, like with an acrylic painting, if you're going to be doing a background, you'd paint the whole background first. You'd go in with your far away colors and you'd build up the layers as you got towards the foreground. With watercolor, I don't know, I guess it can depend on how you want to do it, but whatever you want to be light, you can't go over that with dark colors and then go over top of the darker values with your light color. You have to do your light color completely separate from the dark color because watercolor is translucent, it's not opaque, so you can't really, when you layer watercolor, it gets darker, but when you layer acrylic paint, you can put whatever color you want on the color below it and it'll completely cover it. But I don't know if you know what I'm trying to say here, but you can't put light on top of dark with watercolor. It just gets darker no matter what you do. Every time you layer, it gets darker. So watercolor requires a lot of planning and kind of choosing where you want to put your light colors, where you want to put your dark colors, and where you want to leave the paper white. And I kind of wanted to talk about backgrounds in this video because background seems to be a lot of the things that artists don't like to draw, or it's the thing that everyone struggles with, or most artists from what I hear. And I definitely struggle with backgrounds too. It's just because I just don't draw them. I never think to draw them. I should draw them because they can be really rewarding when you finish a nice background. And I do backgrounds in behind characters, but I never actually just draw background. I never just do a simple nature painting like in this video. So I kind of just wanted to talk about ways you can improve drawing backgrounds. This won't be a tutorial, it's just things, basically the best thing you can do is just go out and draw the backgrounds that you see in everyday life. And I don't really like to draw in public because I'm too self-conscious to draw. If I had other artists around me, I'd be okay drawing, but if I'm the only artist there drawing, I feel like all the attention is on you, and I just can't bring myself to do that yet. Maybe one day I will. But backgrounds are they can be really intimidating, but really it's just a bunch, the thing that's so intimidating about backgrounds is because they are so detailed. You can draw a tree, you can draw a building, but drawing all of them together and figuring out the composition and the perspective can be really, really intimidating. And it's something that I definitely want to get better at, and I know a lot of artists want to draw backgrounds more. It's just the thing, it can be the thing that is really intimidating. And the best way to improve at doing anything is to just do it. So I kind of jumped in with these watercolor paintings. This isn't the first one I did. I did 2 before this that just really didn't turn out that well. I don't like them that much. Maybe I'll include some pictures of them so you can see what I'm talking about. When I say it doesn't turn out well, it's it doesn't look the way I wanted it to look. You might think it looks good, and you might think by me saying it doesn't look good, I'm being too hard on myself, but they didn't turn out the way I wanted them to, and also I didn't put that much time or planning into them. So for this one, I decided to film it so that I would put more time into it, because whatever I'm filming, I tend to work harder on. And so that, like I've already done 2 before this one, so I thought, okay, this one I'm going to really focus and plan where I want to put all my colors in all the layers and the lights and the dark, so that's what I did for this one. And the brush that I'm using is the Pentel Aquash water brush. You just put water in the back of it and the water comes out of the plasticky bristles. It's really good for traveling artists. That way you don't have to have a separate water container. The water is built directly into the brush, so it was super convenient. The only thing that I kind of don't like about using this brush is that it's not that easy to control the flow of water. It just is constantly coming out of the brush, and sometimes it dries out too quickly, and like it's really convenient for what it is, but sometimes I just prefer using an actual brush. When I'm at a desk, I would probably use an actual brush, but using this can just be really convenient sometimes. Well, no, all the time. Like I find it really convenient, but it's just kind of hard to control the flow of water. That's the only thing, but I really do like using it. Like I would recommend this if you travel a lot. It's so convenient, and it's pretty easy to control, but it's just not as easy to control as using an actual brush with water, but I do like it a lot. I feel like I talked way too much about that, but that's just my thoughts about it, I guess. And I am okay with the way this turned out because it was a lot better than the other ones I was trying to do. I did some acrylic ones, and this was my 3rd watercolor attempt, and I think it turned out a lot better than the other ones. It's not perfect, like it's pretty simple for what I was looking at. The thing I was looking at was a lot more complicated than the painting turned out to be, but I did have a lot of fun with it. I think I learned a lot, and if you are an artist that is looking to want to draw backgrounds, or you want to learn to just step out of your comfort zone, just be persistent with it and keep practicing. Your first attempts will not be perfect, but eventually you'll start to get something that you're more happy with. So I hope you enjoyed this little video that I made while I was camping. Well, I'm editing it now that I'm back from camping, but I filmed it when I was away. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you want to see more, and like the video if you found it helpful or if you liked it, and I'll see you in my next video.